What's wrong with this image? Well, a lot actually. This new video is entitled ERASURE, the Anne Boleyn colorblind drama series ticks the boxes and erases a difficult history. Oh hi, I'm Sundjata. I'm the founder of Warrior for Power. Warrior for Power is the only organization on planet Earth that is determined to bring about the total, radical transformation of the lives of African people on planet Earth. These videos and this YouTube channel is aimed at finding conscious brothers who want to do something truly amazing with their lives. If that is you, then go to patreon.com/warrior for power and become a member today. There's an old African American saying that not all my skin folk are my kin folk. Sadly, I've been around long enough to know where and when all this nonsense started. You see, opportunists have got themselves to the table. And when the audio-visual industry wanted to diversify their on-screen and behind-screen workers, they looked around for people from our community, and the opportunists stepped forward. So after 30 years of pushing the film, the television, and now the online streaming companies to be more diverse, they are delighted now with employing Africans in skin only to be in their productions. These people see an opening based on real disadvantage as a people we have collectively suffered in the UK. They then pose as representing progress within the system. But really, these people are operating in their own interest and not in the interest of the group as a whole. Do you see? Ultimately, the system protects itself by refusing any critical or revolutionary content on its platform. So you have a lot of people like Jodie Taylor-Smith who bring their skin to their work, to their productions, whilst pursuing a deeply integrationist lifestyle. So they can play, they can act as an African or someone who identifies as black, but in their own life, they are deeply integrationist. So don't bring your garbage here, your cultural hang-ups here. Don't bring your chip on your shoulder here. I'm here to make a living for my family. Do you see? And because these people are Africans in name only, or black in skin only, the audiovisual sector, both here in the UK and in America, and where there is a large white population and a minority African population, these societies are able to say to themselves, look, we have hired an African or someone who identifies as black. They can say that, knowing full well that these people Africans in name only, black in skin only, they know that these people do not come with any cultural baggage. Do you see? They are essentially an Oreo or a Bounty Bar or a coconut. They come without any sense of historical injustice, without any consciousness. They come historically free. And this is what the audiovisual industries are looking for. And Africans in name only, and those who identify as black in skin only, operate as gatekeepers, as cultural gatekeepers. So when we are looking for progress, for change, we don't see it. But what we do see is ethnicity. So what they've done is that they have erased our culture. They've erased our history, but giving us the symbol of blackness. My lefty friends will say, well, it's all about class. And to some extent, I agree, it is about class. But you have to remember that the film and media establishment are not stupid. They know who they are interviewing. They know who they are hiring. They can read a CV like anybody else. They chose to hire middle-class Africans from the continent or from the Caribbean over and above Africans who grew up on council estates and went to sink schools. That was their choice. Why? Because they wanted to erase our difficult history in the UK. Do you see? Okay, so let me give you an example so I can maybe drive this home. You can understand this. So without mentioning any names or any references to me, okay? So in the 1980s, there were two significant uprisings in the UK because of police brutality, huge amounts of racism on the streets of England. The government produces reports. The famous one is the Lord Scarman report, the Scarman report. Recommendations are made. The audiovisual industry goes, we have to do something as well. So they want to hire people. The middle classes within our communities, whether from Africa or the Caribbean, their children hear about this. Their children are privately educated. You know, some of them have gone to Eton, some have gone to the posh schools. They rock up to places like ITV, the BBC, Channel 4, places like that. They rock up to these places and they present their ethnicity. And these institutions give them work. Why? Because these people are just like the people who've hired them. They've gone to private school, they're middle class, but the difference is they're African in name only and black in skin only. But the boys and girls who were on the streets in the 80s fighting for justice, or who were on the sink estates or the sink schools that were in Hackney and in Liverpool and in Birmingham and in Leeds and in Nottingham, those children never ever got jobs at Channel 4, the BBC, ITV. Do you see? This is how it works. So Channel 5, who are funding this colourblind production of Boleyn, are happy to do so because they think it's an audience winner. When you put it to them that they need to be doing some critical historical work that reflects our lives in the UK, they will turn around and say to you, well, there's no profit in it, there's no market in it, there's no audience in it. So we as a people living in the UK, and it's been exported around the world, including America, and I guess into the Caribbean and into Africa. What they're actually telling us is that the best that they can do is for an African to play a white character in a historical period drama, and for us to accept that as our lot. In other words, this is as good as it gets. Black people, African people playing white people. And we're going to see more of this to come. We already have it with Bridgerton, which is now being commissioned for a second series. We've got more of this to come. Okay, so the only thing left to say is don't forget to subscribe. Hit the red button below. It costs you nothing. There's no impact on you. Just hit the red button below. It helps the channel reach more people. And turn on the notification bell so you're the first to get the very next video. Okay, I'm Sundjata. You've been watching Warrior for Power. Peace out.